Center Studios. This is 207.
First, of all the things we can do for our kids, one of the most important is helping them to be enthusiastic readers. Starting on Wednesday, people from all over Maine will meet at Thomas College in Waterville for 2 days for Maine's 7th annual Literacy Connections Conference.
It's made possible by the Barbara Bush Foundation for Family Literacy. With us tonight on 207, two of the people who make the conference go: Becky Dyer, Vice President of the Programs at the Barbara Bush Foundation, and Mary Herman, who's a consultant to it. Thank you, ladies, for coming in.
Thank you both.
Thank you for having us.
Start off with you, Mary. Obviously, Barbara Bush was the First Lady of the United States. You were First Lady of Maine. Is that how you got involved with this?
Actually, it is. Way back when my husband was in office, Becky came to me through Duke Albany's and asked if I would be involved in the Maine Family Literacy Task Force. I didn't know what family literacy was. I listened intently, got very enthused, had 2 young children, and I've been enthusiastic about reading and family literacy and thrilled that I can be part of it.
And Becky, people think of reading as something that you do at home. It's a one-on-one activity. What do you hope to accomplish with a conference about literacy on a grander scale?
Well, 7 years ago, our family literacy programs told us that there was no mechanism for them to talk to each other or to talk to other literacy providers in the state. They wanted opportunities not just for early literacy people to talk to early literacy people, but for them to talk to adult educators, because we work with parents who have struggled with reading, and we work with their children at the same time, so we want those groups to talk to each other. It started with about 175 people at our first conference, and we're up to about 250, 260 each year now.
And you guys aren't just focusing on literacy, but also early math skills as well as part of this conference.
We do math. We talk about social emotional behaviors. We talk about math. One of our keynote speakers is talking about the importance of music in learning to read.
That's great. And also, too, you know, there's things like Twitter and Facebook, all this social media out there. Is it harder, Becky, to get kids to kind of put those devices down, shut the computer off, and pick up a book and actually read? Do you find that's becoming more difficult?
I think in some cases it is harder for them to do that. But if you start young, they learn to love books, and I think that's a lifelong habit that we all need to embrace. So start them young and get them reading as early as you can.
Recently, Nancy Atwell, who is the teacher in Maine who really focuses on literacy, she won this Global Teacher Prize, $1 million. What do you think that does for the effort to expand literacy in Maine and really work on it? What kind of example do you think she gives for everyone?
Wow, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
I think she's a great example for all of us. I think that she does a lot of professional development for teachers in Maine, and I think we should all be emulating some of her practices.
I think shining the light on the fact that people in Maine really care about our children, about our kids, about reading early, writing early. We want our children to be readers, and we want them to realize they're all writers. That's one of the fun things that kids can learn.
It always helps, too, when you have star power. Something like this, and you actually do this year. 2 of Maine's best-known authors. You have Richard Russo and Tess Gerritsen, who will be a part of this. What can we expect from that?
We're very excited that they've agreed to come and do an author conversation on Wednesday night. The public is invited. There's no charge. We're thrilled about that, and I think we'll learn about what it's like to, we're looking forward to learning about the writing life and to learning about their latest work. I'm hoping that we get to hear a little bit about what it's like to be an author whose work is on the big screen in Hollywood or on the television screen. I think everyone will want to know about what happens when a Maine author's work goes onto the big screen.
We have such great examples of Maine authors in this state. How do you think literacy is going for younger people in the state of Maine now with all these great examples out there?
Are you talking about?
How do you think that kids were reaching their literacy goals as early as they should be? Is there a need for a lot more programming in the state, or are Maine kids reaching the goals that they should be reaching?
Well, we just saw some statistics from the Maine Department of Education, and I think it said that 38% of Maine 4th graders are not reading on proficiency. So we have a lot of work to do here in the state of Maine. The Barbara Bush Foundation for 25 years has been promoting family literacy and teen trendsetters. For 17 or 18 years here in Maine, they've funded over $5 million in family literacy programs. This last year, we started Teen Trendsetters programs, which are a reading mentoring program. Each program recruits up to 15 teens who work then with a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grader who's a struggling reader, just as a support And they love seeing their big buddies come in to read with them once a week.
And I think they're going to be honored by the governor coming up as
Tomorrow
well.
night.
Yeah, tomorrow.
night
Yep.
at the Blaine House. And we would love to have more programs. That's what I'm here to help raise money so that we can get more programs in more communities and in more schools. So anyone out there who's concerned about our young children coming up to third grade reading, because there's almost the road divides. We need to have our kids reading at third grade level by third grade. They'll graduate from high school and go on, and that's really important.
And if there's an interest in helping us, you just have to go to helpthemread.org.
Very simple.
And also, too, Barbara Bush, as part of her 90th celebration
Oh,
for her
got that one.
birthday,
We don't
she's
wanna let go
going
without
to be
that.
having a big literacy tribute. What are you looking forward to from that?
It's going to be a big bash in Kennebunkport on her day, Monday, May 8th.
Yeah, we have, let me see, Reba McEntire coming.
Oh, wow.
Michael Smith and Amy Grant will be there for entertainment.
Coming to our Maine.
And I think they're expecting about 750 people.
Oh, that's great. It'll be great for the program and for literacy.
It will
That's what
be.
you want, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Good party. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you for
being
having
with
us.
us.
We
And
really
again, if you
appreciate
want to learn more about the Literacy Connection Conference at Thomas College, that is on Wednesday and Thursday. You're going to find all the information in the 207 section of WCSH6.com and WLBZ2.com.